Hi guys, this is Jeff Mastery, and in today's video, I have prepared for you guys 50 questions that will be on your driving test 2026. So this is how it will work. I will show you guys 50 questions that will be on your test and give you multiple choice, A, B, C, or D. And let's see if you guys can pass. No cheating, and best of luck.
You're ready to drive your car. You must put on your seatbelt, with the lap belt snug above the hip. If you're involved in a minor accident and your vehicle is blocking the road, you should try to move it off the road. When you drive with the window open, you definitely must not lean your elbow on the window. When you have properly adjusted your vehicle's interior, rear view mirror, and exterior mirrors, you must remember that you will still have blind spots near the sides and rear corners of your vehicle that cannot be seen. Of the traffic signs that appear, which of them indicates that the road has a sharp curve to the left? How should you use the brake on a slippery road? Depress the brake by pumping slowly and evenly. On which of these conditions does your blood alcohol content, BAC, depend? Depends on how much alcohol do you drink or how much time goes by between those drinks. Does driving within the range of your headlights mean you can stop your vehicle in less than 350 feet? Of the traffic signs that appear below, which of them indicates that a traffic control light is approaching? You can't be arrested for any of these driving offenses. For driving under the influence of drugs or alcohol, and for driving with a blood alcohol content of 0.08. While driving on a highway, if one of your tires is punctured after you regain control and slow down, you should brake smoothly and leave the pavement completely. If you're going to drive on a highway, you must plan your trip. You must know exactly where you will enter and where you will exit. Of the traffic signals that appear, which of them prohibits you from turning at a red light? You are ready to exit the freeway, so you should begin to slow down as soon as you exit the freeway and are on an exit ramp. Of the traffic signs that appear below, which of them indicates that it is a zone for not passing another car? You drive an automatic transmission vehicle. When parking on a hill, you must apply the emergency brakes before placing the transmission in park. When finding this traffic sign, we must know that its function is that you should keep on your right. If your car's turn signals fail, you must use hand signals to indicate that you are going to turn. Drivers may not pass another vehicle on their left if the lane has a solid yellow centered line and or they are approaching a curve on a two-way highway and cannot see around them. When the light indicates red, you may turn right after you stopped firmly before the crosswalk and check that it is safe to turn. When a motor vehicle is on the highway, it is illegal to have open containers of alcohol in the passenger's compartment. A red arrow pointing right on a traffic light means that you cannot turn in that direction until the light turns green. You are driving on a residential road and you're approaching an intersection controlled by a four-way stop. You should know if the vehicles arrive at approximately the same time, each driver must yield to the driver on the right. Vehicles proceed to the intersection in the order they arrived at. The first vehicle to reach an intersection must go first. What is the first thing to do when doing a 3-point lap? Signal your left turn, then check carefully for oncoming traffic. You are approaching an intersection with a green light and you want to turn right, but first you must check if there is any sign that forbids it. What should you do if you hear a siren nearby but can't see where the emergency vehicle is? You must safely pull over to the right side of the road. This sign means two-way traffic. A school bus has stopped up ahead on your side of the road and its red lights are on. What should you do? Stop while the red light is flashing. Slow down just to see an accident, construction on the road, or disabled vehicle on the side of the road. All cause traffic congestion. This sign means don't turn left. Driving slowly with traffic in the left last lane on any highway can definitely frustrate other drivers and make them angry. What is the meaning of this signal? Yield. Every time you prepare to drive before starting the engine of your parked vehicle, you must make sure that the car is in park, P for park, or natural. You try to change lanes and see a vehicle approaching from the rear. When you check your mirror to change lanes, you no longer see the vehicle. You must look over your shoulder to make sure the vehicle is not in your blind spot. What does this sign mean? Do not enter if your vehicle is taller than the height indicated on the sign. You have just entered a freeway entrance ramp. You must check for any empty space to enter traffic and flash your lights to indicate your turn. Before you cross any railroad track, if you have to stop your vehicle, you must make sure there is room for your vehicle on the other side. You are driving in the right lane of a multi-lane highway, and in front of you is a car moving from side to side. What should you do? You should slow down a bit so you don't have to pass that car. How are the blind spots around a large commercial vehicle different from the blind spots around a car? Your blind spots are larger. It takes a car longer to pass them. After passing another car, it is safe to return to your lane when you see the tires or headlights of the car you passed in the rear view mirror. At an intersection with a traffic light and a yellow arrow on at the same time as a green light means that the vehicles moving in that direction of the arrow should stop if they can, because the arrow soon will turn red. This sign means do not enter a road or ramp where this sign is displayed. So if you see the sign, do not enter. Before pulling out of a parking space, what should you do? Signal your intention to leave your space and also check in your side mirrors that you do not see any vehicles or pedestrians. This sign means you must turn left on a green light when it is safe. A load that overhangs the sides of a vehicle more than 4 feet, 1.2 meters, behind the rear must be clearly marked during the day with red flags at least 18 inches square to mark the ends of the load. Of the traffic signs that appear, which of them indicates a U-turn is prohibited? Take a look. What is the maximum distance that can be parked with respect to the curb or sidewalk? 12 inches. Which lane should you use when passing another vehicle? Turning left or driving faster? Use the left lane. What should you do if you're blinded by the headlights of an oncoming vehicle? Look at the right edge of your lane until they pass. What is road rage? How should I avoid being involved in a road rage incident? Well, avoid making eye contact with the aggressive driver, and also ignore the gestures and shouts, and do not reciprocate. Of the traffic signs that appear, which of them indicates that drivers may lose control if you leave the pavement?